session 38. Who would like to go ahead and get us started on this shorter session this evening by giving us the recap?
Yeah, who indeed?
Who indeed? I wonder who it might be.
So, I guess the start of the last session, we were just preparing to accept the challenge from the bard and the group of Eladrin to make it across the dance floor. And as we flailed about, hitting each other and hitting the warforged that were on the dance floor, we completed the challenge. We were awarded the items within the chest behind the band, which contained a few treasures along with a crystal key. Chimera went to hand this key to me, and it flew into Ember's book and basically like imprinted itself on the page. As we made our way out of the dance floor room, another staircase appeared, and we followed it to a room with 4 hallways. We opened the only door we could, and at the end of the hallway, we found an ent named Alondria, who essentially tasked us to speak to the 4 individuals or representatives within the various rooms to make deals with them to gain passage through the other room. So, to summarize it quickly, Chimera was likely tricked by some sort of fairy into thinking she was speaking to a giant snake, but she obtained the key, which opened the room to an area filled with death. A group of us went through a portal that brought us into the ethereal plane, and we fought some ghouls, as well as an evil version of Chimera. Once we made our way there and saved Lysanther, he awarded us passage to the ice or frost hallway, where Ember found a staff and attuned to it, and then we were about to make our way outside of that hallway to a somewhat peaceful-looking meadow with snow and ice. I believe that's all that happened.
Okay. Anybody have anything else to add?
We didn't destroy the shrine.
No.
You did not destroy the shrine.
Will that bite us on the ass? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Knows indeed.
I knows.
Yes, you do.
We know you knows. And you can let it be as strong or as weak as you want it to be, and we are at the mercy of it.
All right. So, you have opened the doorway into a winter wonderland. What looks to be a maybe frozen lake bed or river with dead trees, with snow and frost covering them. What do?
What do?
Guess I could call out and say, is there anyone here?
You hear a voice. Depends who's asking.
We are Kidan.
What is a Kidan?
It is us. Who are you?
We are cold.
Well, how about you come inside and we can discuss here the hearth?
I like the cold.
Okay, then we'll stay outside.
This is acceptable.
This is acceptable. I like that.
Is this like a portal? Or a
Seems that way.
portcullis?
It looks similar to the portal that you had traveled in the previous room to enter the ethereal plane.
See?
Except this one is covered in frost.
We were sent here from Elandria to gain your approval for passage. We must make our way through the tower.
Ah. So a replacement has been decreed. Very interesting.
Do you mean replacement?
Hmm. Which one of you has the book?
Oh.
What book?
Hello.
Whoa.
Hmm. A child of fire. How frustrating.
Did he just say a pun? Frustrating?
I heard frustrating.
Oh, must be my old mentality.
I do not joke.
Then what is your humor? Do you even have legs?
I have many.
Oh,
Hello.
What are you gonna do with
do
those
not like
legs?
that.
One
So
second.
perhaps you could help us understand what you meant by replacement.
Yeah.
Hmm. If you have not been told that, then I see no reason to elaborate. But the Child of Fire has the book. Therefore, she is allowed to pass. Provided you grant me something in return.
Okay.
Like what?
What would that be?
What are you gonna? Yeah.
You watch as something in the tree here begins to move. Something you thought was just part of the bark. It crawls down on multiple bug-like limbs
No.
I hate.
Gross.
until it
At least we got
stands
fire.
before you.
Oh.
My,
What?
what big eyes you have.
You don't look too
I
bad.
can't see it. Gross. I'm gonna
Outside.
Yeah. Yep. there we-
Gross. I'm gonna stop looking at it.
That's fucking gross.
As you might understand, we all need passage. But what can we do for you?
I have a
in
fancy
return?
cloak.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Ew.
like pass the fancy cloak to Ember. Here, maybe he wants this.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm gonna barter with it now.
He said he wanted something in return. He didn't say what. So, silk?
Don't give him silk. Give him like a rock or something. Start.
I do not require items of mundane nor magical persuasion.
He looks like something that would like the shinies. I bet you if you threw up a light, this boy would be clapping.
Oh my god.
Just imagine.
Somebody
Oh
try
my
slice
god,
Billy.
he's like a moth.
Yeah.
I am no child to be amused by petty tricks.
But we didn't even do the thing yet.
What would you like if it's not mundane and magic?
It seems like you want something specific.
Yeah.
I try to shoot some fire in the air with my sword in an
Would
upward motion.
You're going to activate the fiery quality.
Yeah. Can I make it bright enough that it would attract the attention of normal bugs?
It certainly gives off a little. It gives off effectively the light of a torch.
What do you
I
think
was like,
about
but
this?
Kidea's
Would-
got fiery butterflies around him, so
Is it brighter than the sword?
It's actually pretty equivalent.
Damn. Okay, never mind. I turn it off.
would what you seek be where the cold isn't?
You can see it's focused specifically. Well, you think it's focused specifically on Ember.
okay. So he's
Oh.
not answering our questions. Ask him.
I lift up the rod that I just got. I show him my icy rod. Does he follow it?
His head tilts,
Ooh.
and you can see his limbs kind of quiver a bit.
Ooh.
Make an insight check.
Ooh.
I showed you my icy rod. Please
Yeah.
respond.
Is he gooning or is he edging?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
He's
He's-
gooning hard,
he's
dude.
gooning.
He at first it's hard to tell given his just totally alien appearance. He is more insectoid than anything else. But the fidgeting and like the way he tilts his head kind of reminds you of a puppy.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
It's
I
excited.
knew it.
Maybe the replacement. Maybe you're his master. I don't know.
Whoa.
You should talk to it.
Yeah.
Because he obviously isn't talking to us.
Poor Ember.
So I don't know if I want to give you this, but is this what you want?
It contains what I seek.
Which is what?
He tilts his head again.
Oh.
The nectar of life, the essence of all that is holy.
Maybe he wants it. Maybe he
As if
wants more
considering.
cold.
Yeah, I
He-
think he just.
And he goes, I do not like the heat.
Oh,
More
Hmm.
cold.
it's the opposite.
Do you
So
plan
maybe-
on leaving this area that you're... Are you confined here?
I am contracted to watch this place and grant passage to those who are permitted.
So, since I have the book, we are permitted. You are
Yes.
uncomfortable with being not cold. So staying here is beneficial for you.
Yes. Well.
This- Well,
Hmm. I am contracted to be here, but this is not my home.
where is your home?
He takes the long spear that he's carrying and manipulates it so that it's pointing its tip into the snow, and it begins to draw something out. Go ahead and make another insight check to see what If you can at least get a gist of what he's drawing.
I would also like to attempt. Is that possible?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'll try. We're here.
Yes, absolutely.
Peppa's knows it. Maybe.
Peppers, you think he's almost drawing... Ooh, Janira.
Holy shit!
Holy shit, Janira.
Whoa.
He fucking wise.
Wait, how the
Damn,
fuck?
got a +9.
Plus 9? How?
Very, very wise. Um,
Oh my god, you're proficient in insight.
you see that he seems to be drawing a structure with several layers to it. 9 of them, specifically.
Nine hells.
Which of the 9 hells is the coldest?
The one nearest the bottom.
The 9th?
God damn it, I
Yes.
was muted. That's hilarious.
What is the 9th hell? I don't know what that is. Well,
Just above the tyrant god's palace.
oh.
In terms of hierarchy, is it the lower that you go, the scarier you are, or the higher?
The lower.
The closer to Asmodeus, the more renowned you become.
So if you were on the 9th floor, you must have been pretty renowned.
Remember you made
Perhaps at one time. I have been here a long, long while.
Remember, it might be a good idea to figure out what his contract is.
Yeah,
But
I was about to ask. Like, what is the obligations of your contract? And is your contract to Ayun? Because if your contract is to Ayun, I can't do anything about it. I don't think I can do anything about it.
Perhaps not yet. The book will explain in time. At least that is what I am led to believe, based on past experiences with the replacements.
When was the previous replacement?
Time has no meaning here.
How many were there?
Before the Child of Fire? 3.
And what happened to them?
They pass through with the book. Confirmed the continuation of my contract.
And they don't come out?
They pass through every now and again. At least until a replacement arrives.
So you're saying that if Ember goes through, she won't be able to come back unless another replacement comes.
I do not know what happens to the replacement whenever they pass through.
What did the previous 3 give you?
He points to the staff you have in your hand, and he says, I do not like the heat.
Hit him with the cold.
Like, hit him with it? Like, use a spell with
Ask.
him?
I was gonna say, ask him permission. Can I, make it cold? I don't know.
Can I make a perception check?
Just so you know
Perception
that
check?
you're not trying to hurt him, but you're trying to make him cold.
To the
Sure.
furthest corner
Yeah.
of the room?
Mm-hmm.
Do I roll for that?
I'll say that you can see it. There is a warm orange glow in the back corner of the room.
Yeah, I'll tap Ember's shoulder and I'll kind of like point beyond the bug person to the lava that seems to be creeping from the corner of the room.
That is a good eye.
Yeah,
Gasp.
I didn't see that.
I think it's my night vision that's allowing me to see it.
Yeah, probably.
Will you allow us into the room to correct the problem?
You are allowed to pass.
I like that voice.
And he just kind of scuttles over here.
Okay. And
Who
then
can put out a fire?
this weapon has wall of ice.
Indeed it does.
I will use 1 charge of it. Oh. Didn't give me that, but 1 charge of wall of ice to fix this.
Okay.
Wall of
Sure
ice.
enough. We'll have to look into the specifics of the spell, but you create a thick wall of ice that seems to block the encroaching of what appears to be lava. Even though there's no noticeable effect for all of you, you can see that the creature begins to quiver and shake like it had done before. Ah, sweet relief.
Ooh.
He
Did he say sweet release?
relief.
He's doing it
Everybody's
wrong.
hearing him wrong.
He reaches into a pouch that's been dangling around his neck and pulls out a ruby red key.
Ooh.
As you get close, Ember, he kind of like holds the key out as far away from himself as possible.
Why am I so used to this?
He just dangles it out with like 2 fingies.
Just like use the rod of ice to like hold it out. You can place it on
Yeah,
it.
I'll do that.
Okay. He he kind of wraps the cord around it. I am
Respect.
uncertain about a child of fire. No offense.
Oh.
All of it is taken, but I don't hold it against you.
That is your prerogative.
And apparently I'll see you again. So, until next time.
Farewell, child of fire.
Finger guns.
I'll kind of wink at him and say it does take some getting used to.
The good news is that
I'll take your word for it.
Oh my god.
I don't
Alright,
see
we
what the
got-
problem is. I like being toasty.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
got the
It's very
key.
warm.
We got the key. Hello, Body 9. Deggle Snaggle.
Before we leave, maybe you could enlighten us with your name.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question.
Everybody back.
Yeah.
I'll listen from the door. I
Few
turn back.
have asked for my name. You can see his
That is-
mandibles kind of like clack together.
Yeah,
Hi, can see
I am, and he emits this series of clicks and growls and other inhuman type sounds.
I speak infernal, not bug.
Oh, you speak
So-
infernal.
He does.
Yes.
You catch bits and pieces of it, and it seems like his name is like equal parts these bug sounds and a few infernal phrases tossed in there.
Huh.
It's you think it's less of a name and more of a series of titles, but you can't quite string together enough infernal words to make sense of it.
Okay. Well, I nod in respect, and I say I lean over to the group, and I'm like, it's not like a name like we know it. It's just a bunch of titles.
So can we call him Click Click?
I abbreviate one of the infernal words and say, "Can I call you this?"
Mm. Roll a d4 for me.
To be fair, quite possibly Cocytus of the Ninth Circle sounds like
Ooh.
a sweet name.
Titus. Yes.
You land upon Monarch.
Monarch.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
Nice. Called Kitus, the
became-
monarch of the cold of the ninth hell.
I kinda
Holy
like that.
He became way more intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
He tilts his head, and then he kind of like raises a hand as if he's shrugging. It is crude, but I will allow this.
Okie dokie.
For anyone that's seen Overlord, it reminds me of this guy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's specifically who I'm referencing. Cocytus.
Yes.
Is that
Oh,
his
nice.
name in Overlord?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he's got the
Oh,
mandibles and everything. He is literally the Ice Lord in
That's
Overlord.
cool.
I know, dude.
Okay. I
There
didn't
was
put
a
two and two
Yu-Gi-Oh
together. I only
card.
knew like the shape of the guy, but you knew the name. That's really cool.
It's funny because there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Mobius the Frost Monarch, and that's what that reminds me of.
Oh, shit. That's
Ah,
awesome.
very cool.
This dude is equal parts mysterious and equal parts cool.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate your company. We'll be on our way.
I like him.
Farewell, tasty morsels.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
don't make me come back there and pet your ice axe.
Oh,
Shut up,
God.
let's go. We got
we
the key,
leave
let's
the
go.
monarch from the ninth hell alone. Onward to our.
Please, dear God, we do not want. We
Please.
literally walked away from a shrine that could possibly summon a demon from a specific circle of hell.
I
And
hold
we
the door
literally
open for
walked
Amber.
into one that is from the ninth hell, and like, oh, anyways, onward to this one.
Do this one.
Yep, Ember has the key. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yep.
like to reiterate the lesson that we try to tango with a blue dragon.
Oh,
And-
also yes, and we have to remember the next time we tango to deal with the game. What do they
Always
say?
have your portal ready, or have that strap on you, as they say.
Yeah.
Nice.
Someone
Hopefully-
gave you advice, right, Ember, to like how to handle the.
Don't fight it.
Yes. that was a
Cater to
given.
its pride and
Yeah,
bargain.
cater to its pride and bargain. All right.
That's like 3 too many things for me.
So Tameki, when you see the dragon, because we inevitably will be, and you too, little one, and I stare directly down. Just don't talk. Just don't talk. And I thumbs up both of them and look for a nod. Uh-huh. Tameki, don't make me get your waifu sword out and teach you.
I look at my sword. Does it approve of my actions?
I'm sorry, I was doing something. What did you do?
I was telling them that when the dragon comes to just keep their mouth shut, and he was like, I'm like, don't make me get get your waifu sword on you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the
waifu
waifu sword would approve of anything that Tameki does.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
why I
Except
was
get
doing
himself
it.
killed.
I'm
Right?
pretty sure she would be into that.
She
Who knows?
she
He doesn't want me to die.
she pops out of her sword form into her corporeal form now, and she
Oh,
kind of
shit,
like
I
floats
forgot
there
to
like
heal.
awkwardly, like she's still getting used to it, and she kind of like leans down your shoulder and she goes, "You know, babe, she does have a point."
I nod and I point at her. I'm still shocked because I'm still getting used to it too.
Damn.
She
The voice of reason.
she smiles at you and she goes, "I know, isn't this fun?" And she kind of reaches out and goes, "Boop" on your finger as you point.
Oh my god.
Oh, we miss you, Nora.
uh,
I don't know who that is.
Ember, are you ready to unlock the door and move forward?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
trying to figure out how to phrase this question to the group,
No.
but I don't know how to do it, so I'm just gonna blurt out what's in my brain. The dragon, like, what motivation would it have, or what we could tell it, so it would fight the enchantress if it does show up while we're fighting the enchantress?
Honestly, I have no idea. Our only win condition I feel like to get in was the orb or whatever, the get in to it, but why did he want to get in here in the first place, right?
Maybe we ask him when he gets here. Like, what
Yes.
reason do you have to be in here?
Right, right. So
Maybe
I
we
was
work
thinking
together.
maybe that'll be our way.
Yeah.
The
It's like why?
Well, the unfortunate part about it is that we are beginning this conversation on the back foot because he knows he can murder us. So why would he stop murdering us? Quite
Hey,
literally,
wait.
quite literally, our only trump card is the book, which is the key that it is supposedly only attuned to Ember, if I'm correct in that manner.
Yeah, I think Peppers is right. I think we just have to, avoid fighting and have him understand that Ember is the only one that could use the book moving forward.
Now, the only way to make somebody of great power fight another great power is if there is no choice. We need to be in a position to where the enchantress is motivated to murder that dragon more so than us. Because that dragon is a threat to her plans, just as we are. We just need to convince her that the dragon is more dangerous.
Then
I
give
feel
it
like
to
it should be the inverse. We probably have to convince the dragon that the enchantress is more dangerous.
And
Or
we
that
have proof
he
of
hates
that.
the enchantress more than us, because I feel like it's more of a hate thing. Because he
Right.
obviously knows that we're not a threat. Now it's just a game for him because he's pissed.
Now, the play is that the monarch spoke of the replacement. You are that new replacement, I'm assuming, Ember.
Yeah, Ayun did say that the book would lead me back here.
Now, what if the dragon becomes the replacement to Ayun?
I don't know what that means. And Ayun didn't say that the dragon was meant to do that, so I'm not sure.
He
about
isn't,
that.
but it is power, is it not?
Like trick the dragon?
Mm-hmm. If a dragon is seeking wealth, power, and respect, more power, why not, right? Unless the dragon believes he is all powerful, which would not be the case because he could not enter the sandstorms while they were billowing. So he knows there's power here. If we give him supposedly the way to harness that power, he may seek it out.
Ikram, what do you think of this? You knew of the dragon before we did.
Ikram is away at the moment. But so it
Well,
would be the
maybe when
same
he
thing
gets
with
back,
the
we can ask his.
yeah,
Yeah,
true.
go ahead.
Yeah, but the
I'm-
notion is
I'm
that
thinking, going off
if
of what you said, Peppers, is we had the key in the first place, right? So we had this ability to get what he wanted, and he
Mhm.
said, what will make me not just take it off your dead corpse? Same thing,
Right.
right? We still have to
Right.
find value other than just like, hey, here's the book, yada yada, you
Yep.
know, that sort of thing. We have to find ways to keep us alive.
Yeah. If we mislead the dragon into believing that killing the enchantress is his way to power, when the book will give us the correct way to gain that power, it's two birds with one stone. The two will fight each other, and whoever wins between the two of them, we will have an advantage.
That could
Yeah,
be a
I mean,
play.
what if there's no need to trick the dragon? Like, we know of our
Mochi.
purpose of defeating the enchantress.
Yes,
Maybe we could just
it
have
is a
them on our side.
that is a path. I only recommend deception, mostly for the fact that we attempted goodwill initially. Incidentally insulting him made that very difficult and impossible to complete. We can attempt goodwill again, but I fear deception may be the path.
In that case, I think I should avoid communication with him until it's necessary.
Right.
I don't feel
And-
that we are capable of deception. And by we, I
Wait, y'all
mean
need somebody to lie?
we-
I'm real good at lying.
and I point to myself.
Yeah. The unfortunate part, Body Knock, is that you have already insulted him.
Mean. Fuck that
And
bitch.
if so maybe deception may not be the play. If persuading the dragon to go after the enchantress is more feasible, then we could also try that.
But this is also based on this idea that we encounter them both at the same time. Is this fated, Ember, from what you've heard?
No. I'm just trying to think about the worst case scenario. And I think I thought of a worser case scenario. What if the enchantress finds the dragon and barters with the dragon before we can talk to the dragon?
Maybe
Well,
we shouldn't
in that
delay.
case, we probably keep
Yeah.
going. Yes, exactly.
Open the door. Oh no.
Hello, and it's the dragon behind the door.
Uh-huh.
Kidan, you only realize it now, but when you had asked Ikram the question earlier, he did not answer. And whenever you look back at him, he's giving Ember a strange look.
Ram, is there something on your mind?
He focuses on you again and goes, I think whatever we do, we should avoid fighting it at all costs. We don't know what he's capable of, and, well, we don't entirely know what the Enchantress is capable of, either. I don't relish having to face both of them.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's still perturbed about whatever it was?
Sure.
No?
Whatever it had on his mind, he seems to have put away to answer your question.
Can I? What exactly was the look he was giving Ember?
That's something else that insight would have told you. You're not entirely sure.
So I noticed all this was going on, right?
Sure. Would you also like to make an insight?
I would like to make an insight check as well.
Sure.
Wait, we're insight checking.
You're
Trying
good.
to find our cat.
Oh
shit.
no!
Good. Get that one out the way.
Didn't this
No,
happen
mine
last
didn't
session, Kason? Where the first
Yeah.
roll was a much. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. At the same time, Mochi came flying down the fucking stairs, scared the shit out of me as I pushed that button too. So it was just all. And then I look back and it's Red Chicken. You
Yeah.
guys!
Yeah.
What
Guys,
is
he's a
Ekrom
really
doing?
bad liar too. Come on, guys.
There we
There it
go.
is.
Oh, there we go.
God, fucking
All
gotta bring
reliable
the big
Janira.
guns.
The only
Janira.
person who took.
You could have got a 0 and could have got the highest one. Still.
True.
The look that Ikram was giving Ember was one of someone who's figured something out and looks very concerned for her well-being.
I'll place a hand on his shoulder. Say, whatever you're thinking about, we can handle it. You can trust us. We've been through a lot together already.
He realizes that he's been caught onto and he sighs. It's not a matter of trust. I trust all of you, implicitly. What I don't trust are the ones pulling our strings.
That's fair.
Are we not powerless to what they've decided for us anyway?
I don't know how much is our own agency or us being pulled along.
Put my hand on his other shoulder and say, let's find that out together.
My
And then
teacher
we
was
do
very
the,
wary of the gods.
The Dylan and the Arnold, you son of a bitch.
He finally looks over at you, Ember, and says, "A thing back there called you a replacement. I think I know why."
I mean, Ayun told me that. She wasn't the original Ayun.
And how does that... How do you feel about that?
I feel far from it. There is too much impending. I don't want to say doom, but I can't envision myself as that, but if that is my fate, I'll learn to accept it along the way. But I know I'm far from it. So worrying about it now is only gonna stress me out. And I say that as I'm shaking, it's only gonna stress me out. So I appreciate you figuring it out. But I can handle it right now.
Might as well deal with it.
Studies
when
you
that
for a
time
moment.
comes.
Studies you for a moment and then nods. His face becomes more determined. Best to press on, I think.
I agree.
Samira is very grateful for her teacher right now. God, this is hitting home of what I went through.
As soon as the door opens, all of you feel this almost physical wave of heat just rolls in through this hallway. Oh, that's like stepping out into the desert,
Does it
but
truly
worse
feel like
somehow.
living it?
No, at least
Okay.
the desert has wind.
I look at Kiden. Keep your cool.
How's it feel
Ikram,
for you, Ember?
Go ahead.
What was the question?
I was gonna say, how does it feel for you since it's so hot?
Skirt. I'm running around. It feels great in here. Holy shit, that place was so cold.
All right, awesome. Trick question. This is your room.
Wee.
It's a good thing we have a child of fire to guide us, Ikram says.
Child.
Boy.
I'd like to
Recite
stay
the national
remote,
anthem.
kinda
Second verse.
fluttering around playfully.
I'll take your life, but I'll take yours too.
Can,
Living
before
in
she goes too
America.
farther, can
There
I
goes the
like
trap.
take a view of like traps and stuff?
Oh, sure. Make an
Okay.
investigation check.
The only trap is that this is a hot
Hey.
sauna.
I give her advantage on that.
Sure. You can both look together. Oh.
Ember found it.
8.
I guess.
Good. It's Ember's environment.
Luckily
Like
for
wind
you,
here.
the room does not appear to be trapped in any way. It is roiling hot, though.
Rather than spend too much time here, let's grab what we're looking for and move on.
I think we
Is
know
that,
where we need to go.
Is that door locked?
The door is
Check
not
the key.
locked.
Okay.
I
Are
don't
we
think
ready?
I don't think Kiden should open that door, but go for it.
No, we've made peace with that.
Okay.
What you find over there, Priya, is like a brazier, basically, with looks to be like an iron in it. You can't quite see what exactly it is. The head of it's buried in the coals.
Uh,
The bit of
don't know.
iron is red hot.
Mage hand? Can I mage hand it out?
You can try.
Yeah, I'll try that. I don't know if it's more than 10 pounds. I don't think I can do it.
It is. You are able to pull out the metal rod, and it has a strange design on the end of it.
Does anyone recognize those strange design?
Let's see.
Do we?
I'll take a look.
Abyssal, Goblin, Common, and Elvish. Oh, I also speak Abyssal. I forgot. The fuck?
So you also caught some of the strange phrases and titles that
I'm pretty
Monarch
sure
had given himself.
I'll kind of laugh and say one of those titles was Love Master, by the way.
He had so many.
I bet when it comes to insect colonies, they've got multiple lovers. So it it plans out.
I could just only think of Omni.
Icy on the streets,
Uh-huh.
fiery in the sheets.
I create mini blue and purple children.
Ikram goes, I don't recognize the symbol, but it looks to me like a brand.
Can I scope out my surroundings for anything that brand might be used for, or what we can move along in this room?
Make a perception check.
That's better.
All right. So looking around, you notice this strange contraption over here that you can't quite tell what it does necessarily. But it does have a hole in the top that looks like the brand might fit down into. Whether that's its intended purpose or you just noticing something, you're not sure.
I'm gonna gesture over at Ember, and then like point to the hole. You want to stick it in the hole?
Mm.
I will- eyebrows. I'll look around for a book. Is there instructions or anything before I stick it in the hole?
There are no instructions.
Well, they're clear to me. I put it in the hole.
Okay. You insert the brand into the opening, and the machine begins to make this odd, like, humming sound, and it's the mage hand. You don't feel anything. The mage hand would feel something, but it cannot feel, so therefore it feels nothing. Like me.
Oh,
Oh,
Sag.
no.
The machine begins to, like, shake back and forth like an old dryer.
Like me as well.
And then
Guys,
it
it's
eventually comes to a stop.
Blink, blink.
that's it.
Like,
That's
I'd
it
like
so
to-
far.
I'd like to sternly kind of kick it at the bottom, like, trying to fix a machine.
Okay, make a just a general strength check.
Okay.
You kick it. You hear a ding. That's about it.
Is there like a little prize win claw machine door somewhere on it?
Make an investigation check.
Can I help her?
Yes. You have advantage on this check as both of you check over the device. You see towards the bottom of it, there's actually a section that seems to be set apart from the others, like it's meant to open like a door or something.
I will open it.
You go to grab it and open it, and it doesn't budge.
I am not even going to try. I will ask Tameki,
yes.
can you please brute force open this door
But
with hand?
is it gonna hurt me?
I don't think so. It wasn't hot when I touched it, right?
The base of it was not, no.
If something pops out of there, I have no idea.
Well, that's a different story. I slap my hands together and I try to open up the door with my 13.
A 13 is enough. You pull the door open, and it opens with a sound of grinding metal against metal, and then and out of it tumbles an oversized mug.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it seems like it's made of metal.
Oh no. There's gonna
I
be a
look-
big boy.
inside of the mug
Mhm.
is the symbol pressed into it.
Sure enough, the bottom of the mug, the strange symbol that you couldn't quite tell what it was, is emblazoned upon the bottom of the mug.
It says, "Caution, handle carefully when hot."
We're just getting the whoever's favor a cup of coffee, and it's just needs to be piping hot. I think.
This is glorified mug making room full of lava. Okay, I'd like to check this door for traps and then open it.
Make a perception check. You don't see any signs of obvious traps, but as your hands kind of lightly trace over the door, it's hot to the touch.
Ooh, ow. Okay, that's hot. I'm gonna like start pointing.
Oh, that's
at
hot.
the door.
That's hot.
Yeah, that's hot. I
Stop.
don't scream.
Don't touch. Leave the area and tell an adult.
Holy shit, bro.
My adult in this case is Ember, who is literally the embodiment of hot. So
Oh.
Mage
Looks
hand
looks like you're up again, child of fire.
Wee. Mage hand.
Okay, never mind. I'm back already.
Mage Hand is easily able to open up the door. And you can hear inside
Oh my god.
the loud sounds of a large creature snoring.
Oh, we need to get a coffee. Where's the coffee?
who has the mug?
I'd rather not use my prize tea set.
You
Pretty sure Temeki had the mug. I'm gonna grab it and then just give it to Ember.
you can see sitting on a large throne, which glows red hot from the magma, with its feet just dangling in the lava itself, apparently undisturbed by it. Head lulled back, and what you think looks like drool dribbling from the corner of its mouth is a very large person in heavy metal armor.
Like a human or a giant?
It's humanoid. You can only assume that it is a... Well, you know what? Make an Arcana check. Ah, yes. This individual, with its grayish skin and bright, fiery eyes, perfectly matches descriptions you've heard of a fire giant.
We got potions of those.
In these like shelves and things like that, are there like what is in these?
Books.
Books?
Yes, they're bookshelves.
There's no like
Although this one right here is full of what looks to be who knows how old bottles of various kinds of alcohol. Most of them empty.
I'll ask Body Knock. So you and I are also we alchemists. We make up something for this giant. You think?
Hmm. Maybe?
It also looks like there's a door across the way. Is there a clear path to get to the other side without going through lava?
You see a roundabout path. I'm gonna draw a line just so you can kind of see it a little bit more clearly. Oh, Jesus. Hang on. Huh.
Or maybe this is where you guys use all the peppers you guys bought. I don't know.
Nice.
I could always try to sneak past it and see if there's something on the other side.
What kind
You-
of potion did you have in mind?
I'm assuming we have to gain its favor. So probably something it would like. And since it's fiery, maybe I don't know, something spicy.
Ooh. Ooh.
That could be a play. I could sneak and then y'all could make that.
Yeah. If you feel comfortable about jumping across lava, sneaking in lava, go for it.
Do you want to be
Should
the
be
only one that
fine.
does it?
Um I have
can
an
float
easy
through
out.
here.
Let me see.
Easy,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
I do have an
before
easy out.
before we do any of that, I suppose I will once again be the blessed bitch.
You blessing
Uh,
me?
I'm going to bless how many people?
You bless us with your presence, Papa Peppers.
Well, I would like to be also impactful to the stats.
You
Up to
are
3
impactful by being
creatures.
here.
Up to 3 creatures of my choice. Who all is going in?
I am.
You are blessed.
Should I go in?
Just stay up as backup. I don't think we should be fighting at this moment. I'm gonna try to sneak to see if there is something on the other side.
I will bless
So,
Kidan,
I think you should be fine.
Chimera, and myself.
I prep getting angry.
Kidan, Chimera, yourself.
Is there a modifier for concentrating?
You can make a custom modifier.
Plus bless, right?
But it won't I don't think it'll show up like on your character, but I could be wrong with that.
Yeah, plus D4 on that one. So wait,
Yep.
it's more like guidance. It only works for saving throws and attack rolls.
Do we roll together if it's stealth, or if it's still singles?
You'll roll individually, but effectively it will be an average across everybody.
I get you. Because I don't know if I should move with Chimera or maybe just take my place on a wall.
I think you should just take your place on a wall. I should go in.
Yeah.
I should do this on my own. I'm gonna also telepathically link with you, just in case, so I don't have to scream across anything.
Okay. So yeah, I'll basically try to move into the room and then like walk up a wall.
Okay. Easily enough done.
Stealth.
Yes, go ahead and make me a stealth check. Perfect.
D4. Oh, you already did that, didn't you? Okay, no, just kidding.
No.
Cool. So as you two begin to creep into the room, the sleeping giant in its throne doesn't seem to notice. Continues to snore loudly, the reverberations actually shaking your bones a little.
Okay. I would like to try to go down this path.
Yep.
Slowly,
Mm-hmm.
but surely. I'm not in the lava.
Nope, you're following the path. You're a-okay.
I'll just walk up along the wall. Maybe about halfway.
Yep. The giant seems dead asleep.
Okay. Okay, that's good. I'd like to listen in and try to test this door as a hot, traps, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Just in case you needed it.
It does feel hot to the touch, but it's difficult to say whether that's because there's something on the other side of it that's hot, or it's just the room that you're in is sweltering.
I'd like to open it. It's locked.
It is locked.
All right.
Creep to the left along the wall to just get
Can
a
I
better view of
pick it?
Chimera.
Sure.
Can I pick this lock?
You can try. 20.
And then, just for kicks and giggles.
Yes, do that, because 22. This is probably the most difficult, most convoluted lock you've ever dealt with. But it's still no match for you. And after a few moments of fiddling with the tumblers inside, and also a few really odd contraptions, it clicks. And you are able to open the door.
I work well under pressure. Okay. Step inside.
Inside is what can really only be described as a metal box. and it is full of steam, making it difficult to spot out more than just the vaguest outlines of things inside of here. There's a hiss as steam is coming up from these vents in the floor.
Okay, relay that back to Kedan and just what I'm seeing, and like just kind of step by stepping, like telling him what I'm seeing as I go. There's this door right here.
Yes, indeed.
Is it locked? Oh, it's not locked.
This door is not locked. It opens freely into a dark tunnel.
Okay. Going into a dark tunnel, I tell Kedan. Oh, there's a portal.
There is indeed a portal.
Fuck. Alright. Relay that information back to team. What should I do? How should I proceed?
Guess I'll try to sneak back into the room.
Okay.
Do I just creep along the wall, or do you want me to roll?
You just creep right along the wall. The giant is dead to the fucking world. He rolled very poorly on his perception check. Very poorly.
So it seems Chimera found a passage that leads behind the giant to a room filled with steam that leads to a separate dark hallway that leads behind a portal. Should we take the portal, or do you all think we should maybe try to reason with the giant as we've reasoned with everyone else before we take it?
Or we could just sneak.
I feel like we're supposed to do this. And I say this very lightly, the right way. And this giant is supposed to give us its favor. But
Right,
that's
because
just my assumption.
because we've been given favor from the other three, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, one of the people in those mind jacked me, and they weren't the original person.
I kind of speak only in my head to to Chimera and be like, that's kind of different.
How is
Knock,
that
knock, chuckle.
different? This could be
You
the
hear-
guard dog just like that lady.
You hear, like, the audience, like, laughter, like the little sound bite. That it's all
Laugh
Keydans,
track.
like, chuckling. Yeah, all the Keydans chuckling in like a laugh track.
I'm gonna say shush, Keydans.
That's going to take some getting used to, Crump says.
Wait, Ikram, how the fuck did you get in this wavelength?
Oh, never
Only in my
mind.
head,
Sorry.
only in my head,
Okay,
yeah.
I was like, holy shit, Ikram's been fucking spying this whole time.
My god, how did I get here? What's happening to me? Who are you people?
Abort! Abort!
Where am I? Who am I?
So should I should I explain to Chimera that we want to try to do this by waking the giant and reasoning with it before we try to sneak past it?
It seems to be the consensus.
I can stay here just because I'm over here.
Just
If
Yeah, I mean, if we do need to go over there for some reason, like, you're already there.
I'm already here, so I'm a good fail-proof if need be.
Okay, maybe you should go back and close the doors that you've entered. Make it appear that you aren't there.
I was never here.
You cannot close the door.
Uh-oh.
The door is stuck.
Oh, nice. Well, here we go.
I apologize.
The concoction that we wanted to make, is that something we can make with our alchemical powers?
And with the
Okay.
pepper.
I was thinking about that. We could do like one of those drinks that are you catch it on fire.
Ooh.
Oh, like you blow it out and then you take the shot?
Yeah, yeah. If he wants to blow it out.
We do.
And the
Sure.
metal cup that you got that we made. Totally.
I am once again playing a character that is bad at cooking.
Jesse, we need to cook.
Oh god, that video.
Uh,
Okay. Is this all the equipment here?
so does Kedan know anything about fire giants and maybe their like
Preference on foods.
Unlikely. They're
general
not fey
nature.
creatures.
Okay.
They live in the Underdark.
Wait, this is a fire giant. Can we steal his toe so we can make a potion of fire giant strength?
You want his feet that's currently sitting comfortably under the magma. You want to try and I guess is this lava or magma? Are
Potato.
you technically underground? If you're underground, it's magma. If it's on the ground, it's lava. I'll just say magma, just because I like magma better than lava.
Either way, it's how.
It's hot. Yes, his toesies is apparently comfortably sitting underneath a layer of magma.
Fine, I guess you can keep his
Hell of a
toesies.
pedicure. A
Mhm.
hell of one. Oh, you know, we spoke a lot about reasoning with the dragon. If we were to meet him, perhaps we've reasoned with everyone here. You know, I'm sure we could reason with the giant some way.
Yeah, the
You
drink,
just
right?
speak to it, figure out
I'll
what
do
it
that.
wants.
I, as the person over here with the unlocked door, apologize profusely whenever they wake up.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Smile.
I'll whisper like to Kamira, maybe you shouldn't be there. We could easily explain while we're all over here, and the door might
I
be
mean-
open.
I'm not gonna lie to them.
They don't even know we possess a rogue.
I'm not gonna lie to them. If this is about establishing respect for the fire giant, we're going in full head. Full head on. My bad.
Dang.
I unlocked it. You're super intimidating. But then
Head
we
on.
decided, you know,
Apply directly to the forehead.
that's kind of my plan of attack.
Alright.
Whatever.
So
ready
who
to
is
make it.
taking the lead on waking it up?
Not I.
Wait, we gotta make his drink.
How would I do that?
Body knock. I will help you.
Well,
with
we
your
don't know what it
alchemy.
wants yet. Maybe it wants something cold.
Maybe it wants a surprise.
Yeah, we should ask it.
Who doesn't like
Oh.
waking up to an alcoholic beverage?
Oh, hair of the dog.
Exactly. Dude has his feet in magma while he's sleeping. That's not some going to bed drunk shit. I don't know what is.
Should I wake it?
It's like not even in a bed. He's like in a big like stone throne, just like pass the fuck out.
Bro definitely drank himself stupid. Holy shit.
Does anyone else want to wake the giant, or should I try to wake the giant?
Ooh.
Doesn't sound like there's any volunteers, Kedan.
Yeah. I'll follow you. But I'm scared.
Yep, got your back, buddy, Crumb says.
I'll step into the room and pull out the lyre and attempt to play something pleasant, but loud enough that might wake the giant.
Okay. Performance check for me, please.
Oh fuck. +4.
It's still unfamiliar to you.
Seeing Kedan struggle with that, I'm gonna pull out the mandolin and try to kind of pick things up.
Okay.
Try to like do
patch
the
up the work
back
a little bit.
music to make
Yeah.
it good.
Yep. Alright, go ahead and make me a performance check. Ah, perfect.
I'm kind
Okay.
of leaning over, looking at them, and whatever this is.
So with the two of you playing, not only are you able to create a rather pleasant little melody with both of you kind of playing together, Body Knock mostly kind of weaving through and supporting Kedan's own melody. You're also able to play it loud enough that the figure in the chair begins to shift and yawn Oh man, how long was I out? And he kind of like cracks his neck, and you hear it echo throughout the whole room.
Well,
Oh hey, little people, that's fun.
He's drunk.
What can I do for you little critters?
Sorry to disturb your slumber, but we require passage. We were told to speak with you and attempt to.
Oh yeah, you need to get through the door over there. And he turns and sees Kavir and he goes, oh hey. And then he sees the doors open and he goes, oh, well then, you're welcome.
oh,
Thank you. I'm just gonna kind of wave. Don't mean to wake you, but we wanted to make sure to have your permission before we go on.
I mean, door's already open.
I speak to Kidan. This
That's
guy's
the
actually
spirit.
very cool for being a
Yeah.
very hot giant.
Can
Yeah,
I high
there's-
five you?
Sure, little guy. And he holds out his hand.
Do I have to pass like a strength check or something?
I'm looking to see if he has something.
Flames. Or he's literally pulling his arms out of lava.
Wakes up like
It
little
is.
creature high fives me.
Luckily
his
for
way-
you, he doesn't have any sort of like inherent fiery aura. You can see next to him, he doesn't have like weapons. He has two massive shields.
That is cool.
Mm.
I like
Since
that.
it was built.
He holds out his
Yes.
massive hand.
I fucking high fived the shit out of it.
Right on, little guy. Right on.
I nod in approval and then back up into the group.
Is there anything we could do for you before we pass through?
I mean, you got any like, I don't know, booze on you?
Hmm.
Ah!
Why do we?
We might be able to craft something up for you.
I think my magical mug is in the other room over there or something.
Nice.
What makes it magical?
Oh, well, you see, I just hold it up and I go, I really want some beer right now. And it fills that sucker right up.
Oh, interesting. Can we?
Pretty sweet, not gonna lie.
Who wants to give him his magical, ever-filling mug?
the mage hand presents it in the palm of his hand.
He reaches out and he takes it, and it's like, it's still too small for him. He has to, like, just grab the little handle with two fingers.
Pinky up.
And he goes, well, that's what I call service. It may be small, but if it just keeps filling up with beer, it'll eventually get the job done.
Ooh.
Body knock, you're right. He did drink himself to fucking sleep.
You watch as he just like tilts the mug up, and you can see some amber liquid begin to pour from it that wasn't there before. Oh yeah, that hits the spot.
Does it only pour beer?
I think it can make other things, but why would I want it to?
You know, that's a good point, sir.
Yeah.
I'm pretty wise. So people say.
How many people come through here, actually?
I don't know. Time is weird down here. I mostly just sleep, to be honest with you. But you know, it's a pretty good gig. get all the booze I want.
No, that's also fair.
Maybe you can enlighten us. What is the symbol on this mug?
It's magic.
Period. Oh.
Would you feel comfortable if we crafted a mug like this for ourselves?
Sure. I guess. I don't know. I'm not your dad. Do whatever you want.
Well, what if we, in turn, we also made you one, and then you have 2 mugs that ever fill?
Whoa.
You see him doing like mental arithmetic. You're telling me that I could get drunk twice as fast?
Well,
That's like 4 times the efficiency.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was only one piece of iron in there when we went, so I don't know if we can make another cup.
Damn.
let's check on this for you real quick.
Or maybe he can find some iron and we could make him
Yeah.
a really big mug in return for him giving us but one mug.
Yeah, do you know what the mug is crafted from? It seems like there's tools to create many mugs.
I don't know. The pretty lady with the starry dress gave it to me. I don't know how she made it.
Oh, I see.
Huh.
Well, perhaps we ponder on it ourselves, and then we can return another time and craft a mug of similar quality.
Nodders.
That sounds good, I guess.
Ponder.
Just hang out here until then, right?
Well, we have some business, but yeah, I'm certain we might make our way past here at some point in the future. Until then, you can consume what you can from one mug, and if we are able to craft one of similar quality, then you could have 2 to become inebriated 4 times as fast.
Right on, little dude.
Well, I'll turn to the party like, shall we make our way?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He just sits there in his chair and enjoys a small cupful of small cupful of his beer.
What is your name, sir, as I walk by him? Do you have a name?
Name's Gareth.
Gareth.
Gareth Cron. Pleasure to meet you, little dude.
You too. Ooh.
Right? Tveki's like, of all the things I expected to see in this place, that was not one of them.
Yes. Just leave me here in the daycare.
Every room is filled with new friends.
Exactly. Well, for now.
I have a feeling that's going to change soon.
Don't say that, please.
Yeah, let
Friendship
me find that fucking
forever.
dragon.
Well, wait a second. Gareth hasn't presented us with a key.
Oh, I mean, you can have the key, I guess. The door's already open, so, you know,
Oh,
doesn't do you much good.
I see.
I mean, we've had other keys fly into a book.
Oh, one of you's got the book. That's nice.
Huh.
That's good.
So about that key.
Yeah. Can we have the key that you have?
Sure. Just give me 1 second. He kind of like pats at his chest like he's looking for something. And eventually he pulls out what looks to be like the tiniest little black obsidian key on a length of cord. He like daintily holds it out to one of you.
Who's the holder of the key?
Mage hand.
Mage hand.
No. Ember's the key master. Who's
Oh,
the
yeah.
gatekeeper? Hmm.
I'm gonna look
Oh,
up to him and say, "Hey, you seem like a pretty agreeable fellow. Could I perhaps have one of your toes?"
He blinks at you. It just so happens that I'm kind of using all of them at the moment.
What if I heal you afterwards?
I'm gonna go with no.
All right, fine. Just wanted to make a fucking.
But you do you, even littler dude. I'm not one to kink shame.
Just trying to make a fucking potion, bro.
Whatever the kids are calling it these days.
Does it actually require a toe?
Giant's toe to make a fire giant strength potion.
You said hair of the dog. I thought you literally meant like a lock of hair would do.
Alchemy's a pretty sketchy business.
Yeah, I guess so. Amber's family would know all about that.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
There
waiting
is
for-
actually a spell component that is, if you played like D&D the way that's annoying, you'd have to get a hair of a beagle specifically to do a spell.
Hair of a
Really
beagle.
whack. Yep.
Wow.
You see a dog in the city. Is it a beagle? Why
Nope.
do you ask?
I can only do this one spell if I have its hair.
What spell is it? Do you know?
I don't remember. I could probably Google it and find it real quick. I'll post
Okay.
it.
I'm curious now. But beyond that, are you guys headed out?
Yep. Gonna go to the portal together.
Cool.
That's a weird look with the glow.
You talking about me?
When I'm on like top of your character or whatever,
Oh yeah.
it like goes through. Pretty cool.
Did I export this? No, I did not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine, I say.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It
Bothers
bothers
me
me
a
a lot. And that one's still green.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
I was having moments today, Topher, where I was like, "Boy, recite the national anthem," and and it was like living rent free in my brain and repeating itself.
Look, it's a park bench. Or it's a picnic table.
The perfect combination of table and bench.
And bench. Hold on, boy. I must measure the board's width. Why? It must be done, boy. Okay. Alright. You find yourselves feeling that strange and now somewhat familiar sensation of being teleported. Thankfully, you've done enough at this point not to lose your lunch when you come out the other side. And you step into a brightly lit, almost museum-looking space. Like a long hallway with raised portions on either side and stairways leading down into the central, almost like exhibit area. The walls are this beautiful white marble, and there appear to be all sorts of what you can only assume to be relics of past ages, or maybe even artifacts, locked behind display cases. And in the center of the room, in a glass case that you actually walk over, is a humanoid skeleton, but maybe something 30 feet tall. Massive. Its skeleton stares up at its glass ceiling at what would be the feet of people who walk through this space. Also standing in this room is a familiar figure, looking agitated as they pace back and forth on the other end of the room, which you notice now has no discernible exit.
Who is the figure?
I created art for him, didn't I? Hang on. Okay, well, I thought I had art for him, but apparently I don't. Even though I got sworn I... Oh, I did... Sorry, I'm having to scroll up a ways. Post a lot of random shit in this chat.
If you remember putting a name in it, you could like Control F and type the name.
I don't remember if I did or not. I'm already like most of the way there at this point. Ah, there it is. Dare generated it for me.
Yeah, I was gonna go. I was like, please no. Please no. No dragon. Please. No.
Hair of a bull? Not, but still like a bull.
That.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh shit.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
gonna try to beat you to it because I was like Topher. I was gonna reply to it and I was gonna be like, please no.
I thought he was looking for Caden. Like,
Still,
oh, God damn.
still in their humanoid form, pacing, clearly agitated,
Not
is
it.
the blue and gold armored figure with draconic wings sprouting from its back of Goratrix of the Storm.
Oh,
Nose goes.
mad?
Oh yeah, he's been chasing us, and then one of the
I prep
gods
rage.
just was like, "No, okay, don't. I wouldn't fight it, but
I said
you
I
just-
prep.
okay."
I'm not gonna have somebody attack me for like the 10th encounter in a row and me not be raging whenever I get hit and
No,
lose
that's
half my
fair,
health
but
instantly.
also since you were the last person he saw, and I took from underneath him, you should just like
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
stay back
chilling.
there. That's all. Hello?
He-
Pardon
he-
me?
We've been
He
told.
notices your entry into the room,
Fuck.
and he turns.
Eh.
Perhaps now-
Finally, you make your appearance.
yes, and perhaps now we have time to speak.
He
Side and move and behind Kedan. I'm just like, ooh, gonna go behind them.
he clenches his gauntleted fist hard enough for you to hear, even from across the room, the strain of the metal. Fine. We shall speak. He waits, looking over you, his helmeted face making it difficult to get any reading off of him.
Mhm.
You can really just see his eyes peering through the slit in the helmet.
We have been called here for a reason that we do not yet understand. But we are meant to save this material plane. That we and my companions here I shouldn't have to explain the trials that we've went through to get here, to only be stopped by somebody who doesn't completely understand along with us why we're here. Perhaps we could reach some accord.
And why would a dragon like myself negotiate with mortals?
You first requested entry into the tower, which we have provided. We obviously have some use.
Also, we are willing to negotiate. Willing to negotiate with you.
What?
Whatever's this threat inside that we are here to tackle is not just a threat to us humans. It's a threat to gods and powerful monsters like you.
He seems to consider the words for a moment. This place. Since I arrived here, I have been trapped, unable to leave. Are you able to offer me passage?
Yeah. If we can work together to get out, we, with your help and by working together, I'm sure we'll be able to get out just fine. But definitely not as enemies.
This is the first of my demands. The second is this, and he walks over to one of the exhibits, and he picks up what looks to be a large sword. But it's in a strange design that none of you have really seen. It has a long handle, like that of a two-handed greatsword. But the blade itself tapers to a curve. There is no hilt to it. Just a small ring of metal at the top of the where the hands would grip the blade. And instead of a pointed tip at the end of its slightly curving length, it is just shorn flat.
Almost like a hunk of metal.
Not quite. It's definitely a bit more,
Or like an executioner's sword.
sort of.
Curved.
Hard time
Let me
finding
see if I can find a good picture of this.
But Kedan will kind of speak up and say, this appears to be an exhibit. Why do you need us to give you approval to take something that's here?
Maybe the master forbids it.
It looks like that.
Discord's not loading images for me. Like, it does, but it just takes forever. Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
You had to click on it.
That is an interesting sword.
It is indeed.
And
Do you
it's-
recognize it, Dare?
Hopefully it's not called like the Nameless Blade with a P at the beginning.
Oh my god.
Is this a ruby weapon?
No, it is not.
Okay, I am unsure.
He holds it up, and you watch as lightning begins to arc along the blade. This weapon is of draconic origins. I demand it.
Okay. Do we have to like give permission or something? I'm not sure why. Can you not take it on your own?
I assumed, as adventurers, you would be unwilling to part with such a powerful treasure.
I'd rather to be alive, to be fair.
A wise decision.
Maybe we should speak on our demands.
Ooh.
Other than me tearing you all to pieces.
I mean, that's
Or
not
the
an
lack
option.
thereof. Yeah, that's the lack
That's
thereof.
that's our only demand. We were just being humorous.
Yeah, and you do that, and we all don't leave. And sure, you'll have the blade, but you'll have the blade here for
That is
who knows how
correct.
long.
We request safe passage to lead you out of the tower. And secondly, any foe of ours is a foe of yours until we lead you out of the tower.
This
Also-
foe of which you speak is a threat not only to mortals but to dragons like me.
Yes,
It is
the
a
gods
threat
are
to
afraid.
Yes, it's a threat to all that exist and thrive on the material plane.
You'll see. If you are in flesh and bone. As far as we know, you're its enemy.
Between Ember, Kedan, and Chimera, I want one of you to make a persuasion check with advantage from the other two helping you.
All right, hold on, let's see who's got.
I have
Mine's-
+0, so not me.
I have
plus
+1.
Can I bardic inspiration this?
You absolutely can.
So, Keydan, either you or me, because we both have bless as well. Keydan, you've been doing a lot of the talking, so
Yeah, I'll do it with advantage. Plus 1d4,
and plus bardic inspiration,
which is
whatever that is.
1d8, I think.
Does plus work on that?
No, it
I
only works
feel like
on
I don't. Yeah.
attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh,
So yes, bless does not help you here, sadly.
JK.
So what do I add for bardic inspiration?
A D4.
No, it's a
Oh.
D8.
Oh shit! Bardic inspiration buff.
Yeah.
No, it's a D10. You're 10th level.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
I only have 8 bard levels, so don't know if that.
Oh, you're right. You took Warlock.
Oh.
Sorry, it is a D8.
Eldritch Blast.
So it's a. I'm hitting
D8.
I hit performance for some reason. It's persuasion.
Persuasion.
Persuasion with 1d8
At
with advantage.
Mhm.
Correct.
And here goes.
Okay. He goes quiet. And he studies you for a moment, Keydan. Before he takes the sheath of the strange sword that he had picked up off of the exhibit and sheathes the blade. Very well. For now, we are allies. But once I'm able to leave this place, you will go back to being my prey.
Hope we can come to another agreement before then. But until
Yeah, it's
then,
definitely not ideal, but we'll
Yeah.
take what we can get.
yeah, this will suffice.
He growls a little under his breath, but takes up a wary but non-threatening stance.
Is there any more loot in the room? Door that I can grab.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
mean,
now
I
that we
thought-
got that out of the way.
I thought everything was kind of locked behind glass panes. Like this guy just grabbed a fucking sword.
He just
Yes,
puts his
most of it
hand through
is.
it.
Most of it is. You're not entirely sure why this sword specifically was left out.
The gods gave us a favor, that's for sure.
Most of what's in here seems to be like archaeological stuff. Old tablets with ancient writings upon them. The remains of tattered books, bones, that sort of thing.
Okay. Nothing I want. No shinies.
I guess I'll begin looking to try and match our agreement. I'll begin looking for an exit or some sort of strange object that might help us
Leave.
move forward.
I have found no sign of a physical exit in this room. I've checked all the walls, I've even flown up to the ceiling. There is nothing. There must be some magical means of egress.
I'll kind of
I
turn
like-
and look at Ember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll hide behind Janira and open the book so hopefully the dragon doesn't see.
Okay. The book flutters open and opens up to a page. Letters begin to scrawl over it. The book is asking you a question.
What is the question?
Do you desire to go home?
Uh, no. Right? Home is not where she our objective is.
That's where the heart is.
Home is indeed where the heart is.
Where does your heart lie, Ember?
Did the
That's what
question
myself.
change? Oh god.
No. The question remains, do you desire to go home?
Why does this seem like such a heavy question? I feel like I should we're not that's not where we're supposed to go.
Do we know what she's read in her book yet?
I tell you guys.
Goratrix has been looking in your direction the entire time.
Did you tell it no? Did it ask again after that?
I did not address the book directly. I am pondering the question because home is not where the threat is.
I will
Oh my
look to Ember and say, everything that we've had that has led to this moment has led us further and further. Like, we should continue.
I would like you to probably have the perspective that the book might be asking you if you want to go to its home.
My thoughts exactly, Ikram says.
You are said to be the replacement, whatever that means. Maybe it's your new home. Mm.
Yeah, it better not feel good because it's a sketchy situation.
Good God, that hurt as soon as I said it.
Can I see if Goratrix's position has changed, or is he still just looking at us?
He is looking specifically at Ember. Although, because of the helmet, you only see his eyes.
He's not in a battle-ready pose, is he? No.
No, he is standing almost kind of expectantly, hands crossed over his chest, waiting.
Are we ready?
I'm ready, but I'm emotional.
Ikram.
Time to face it.
Mortals.
It's okay to feel things.
Ikram, are you ready? You seem slightly out of it. Is there anything we could do to prepare you?
He also seems slightly hurt.
Specifically.
The specters were not kind.
I'll pass Ikram a potion of greater healing.
Hold on. I can patch him up.
You got
Oh
this.
yeah. Let's get ready before
I'll add that back to my inventory then.
Yes, I have the sneaking suspicion that if the book is taking us home, it's likely taking us right into the heart of the Enchantress's lair.
How do we know that Goratrix will follow us?
Because I have little choice in the matter.
Yeah.
Ooh, sassy pants.
He's a dragon that wants to eat
Is
us.
he level 10?
Ikram is level 10, yes.
Oh, that was Ikram.
He'll get 15 healing. I'm gonna heal myself too.
No, that was
Oh, I got
Goretrix was
confused
the
in that
sassy one,
situation.
yeah.
I was like, what? That was Ekrom. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
no. No, I didn't
Thank
want to make
you.
sure we teleported without Goretrix and left him behind. I was trying to make sure we didn't leave him behind.
That would be so fucked. Hey, just
Yeah.
kidding.
How kind of you.
Well, we made an agreement, did we not? We
I'm
intend to
gonna-
follow through with it.
I'm gonna heal.
You are unbearably naive.
Mortals, am I right?
Any sacrifice we make here to save all of the life on the material plane is seemingly worth it now. Versions of myself wouldn't agree to this prior to this point, but we've
Another
fallen-
15?
Oh, did you already heal him 15?
I did.
Oh,
He's up to 50 now.
Body Knock also has 9 healing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Keaton.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
right. It was just the most important line of my whole fucking life.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'll just try to reiterate, like, you know, we seem to have been destined to arrive at this point, and you know, without even understanding what we, and I'll like tap my chest as I do this, have been through, we now have an agreement to save all of the life on this material plane. Whether you fail to realize that or not, we have an agreement that we will lead you out of this tower. Whatever you decide to do after that is completely on your accord, and if you want to speak about it further, we can, but we will move forward and then we will decide what we will do next.
You say you are destined. What, you dance along the strings of the Mistress of Fate?
Believe it or not, you wouldn't be standing here without those same strings that we danced upon.
We shall see.
We can always see ahead of us. I'll turn to Ember and say, let's press forward.
Okay, if we are all ready. Also,
Okay.
Topher, I left my water elemental all the way back there, and somehow it's linked to how I walk, so I can't walk it.
Oh, he instantly burst into steam when you walked into the lava area.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
I was like, oh, that makes sense.
yeah,
Jeffrey, oh my God.
he instantly went for. He instantly turned into Jeffrey, the air elemental.
That's
Oh, man.
hilarious.
No. He's with you. I just haven't been paying attention to his token.
Also, to piggyback off of Keaton's true statements, I want to look to Ember and say, and like, kind of gesture to Ember, but look at old Dragon Boy and say, you know, mortals, you may see it as naive, but it's one thing you don't understand is it's more hope than anything. And then I'm gonna kind of like go to Ember and like hold her hands and say, I'm ready to go. Whatever,
No.
wherever it takes us.
I hold the book in one hand. I hold your hand in the other.
I'm ready.
I'm ready
Rip it
to.
off like a band-aid.
Ikram puts a comforting hand on your shoulder as well.
Like,
Right. So, Ember, you look down at the book, and it's still asking the question. Do you wish to return home?
I click my heels 3 times, and I say yes. I'm ready to go home.
The book glows and unleashes a thrum of power. And the wall at the far end of the room begins to shift, as if the bricks themselves are twisting and moving apart, like that scene in Harry Potter. and it opens into what can only be described as a dock. And sitting at the end of the dock is a sleek, silvery ship, much smaller than the one that you own in the prime material plane. But instead of floating in water, it seems to gently bob in the air. And you can see all around you is that sea of stars.
Alright, I walk.
Yeah,
And I
back
get
through
on the ship.
astral sea.
The boat. How cute. Goratrix walks over to it.
I talk to Keydan in my head. Does he not realize that we're in a sea of stars? Okay. A boat.
I'll-
Boat.
I'll kind of like whisper and say, I'm sure he's familiar with being high above. But I will look for like a central mast or like a crow's nest to take my position in.
It is like a single mast ship.
A sloop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll try to take the highest point with my slippers that I can.
Okay.
Keep an eye on things. Gonna turn to the party and motion them forward.
Same.
Do you all board?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. The book floats out of your hand, Ember, and comes to rest over what would be the helm of the ship. You get the sensation that the ship is at your command, ready to leave whenever you desire.
Once everyone is on there, I will it, because I assume I will know which way to go.
Okay. It isn't so much about you knowing which way to go, but the boat certainly seems to know. It pulls away from the dock and begins to float, descending slightly, so you watch as the dock rises up above you until it is so far out of sight that it becomes a dot in the distance. And then even that is no longer visible. And as you sail through the sea of stars, you're not quite sure how long, but you have a little bit of time if there's any other preparations you would like to do before you reach your destination.
How about a long rest?
You don't have that long, you don't believe.
Ooh, how about a short rest?
You do have enough time for a short rest and anything that could entail.
Is it a new day?
Ooh,
It's a
it
good
is
question.
not.
Good to know.
I think I'm Reginald.
I'll do a song rest while everybody's short resting.
Oh shit. Oh well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's cool.
In that case, I'm gonna take a motherfucking short rest.
A little bit of bonus.
Wait, how do I do
will
this?
kind of call out to the party and say, I have 2 greater potions of healing and 3 regular potions of healing. If I need to distribute them amongst everyone.
I myself have a regular potion of healing as well as a potion of healing superior.
Yes, I
Same.
have a greater and superior as well.
I have a potion of superior healing myself, Ecom says.
I have 4 potions of just small healing. I don't get hit that much.
We'll
If
play
anybody
devil's
wants it.
advocate and be like, Goratrix is that you
Yeah.
require
Mundane
healing
mortal
potions.
potions?
Yes.
I do not require your aid.
Cool.
Is there anything
Next.
perhaps that?
Sorry.
Is
He
there
kind of does like the kind of turns his head away from all of you.
Oh my god, it's
main
grumpy.
anime
Falco!
Yeah. He's so grumpy. He's like a cat that just like really angry at you.
See, and that is the spirit of Elowen. At some point, you can win people over into your own menagerie.
You know what? I would like to send a single flame moth to rest on his shoulder. To not cause any damage, just to simply sit on his shoulder.
He turns to look at it and then looks at you. When all of this is over, I will delight in watching you dance from the arcs of electricity burning through your body.
That's hot.
There won't be any dancing. We've already determined I'm a poor dancer in this regard. But I feel there's something in you that can perhaps see it some other way.
Hey,
But we
Mr.
will-
Dragon, you remember how I said naive versus hope? Nah, I think this is full naive. Take back what I said earlier.
even through his helmet, the fact that he even somewhat agrees with you on that particular statement just frustrates him.
He's even more pissed that he agrees.
You watch his wings just kind of like flap a couple of times, just as just like a irritated gesture.
And that scares the moth away, and it returns back to me.
Aw, poor little moth.
Maybe the winds itself just blew it off, like off of his shoulder.
Yeah, I like that.
We all
Remember
have-
one thing, mortals. We are not friends. Allies of convenience. Perhaps.
He then thinks back to his experiences leading up to this point and learning to understand Ember. And says, we all have lessons to learn in this mortal plane, but it takes time to truly understand what it means to work together for a singular purpose. And I just hope that you understand what it is that we're doing here in this hour.
I hope we can find some use to you afterwards, because really don't want to have to fight you later.
Yeah, and I won't say anything else to you to sway your opinion. I would just like you to rest upon that knowledge.
Keaton, make me a persuasion check.
Can I help since I put my 2 cents in there?
Well, sure, we'll say that between the two of you.
So normal or
Trying to
advantage?
win him over.
Advantage.
I'm a cleric without guidance. I feel naked.
Does he still have bless? Does it
Bless
work
does
there?
not-
It
it
or
does-
not
does
bless,
not. It does
the
not.
other one. Sorry.
We don't have guidance. You're talking about
Bardic.
Inspiration?
From earlier.
The way the thing reads is that I can add it before, I think, let me see. Before we hear the outcome of the roll, but I just want to make sure that's.
You wanna give him bardic inspiration for this?
Yes.
Yes. So go ahead, roll a d8. Keaton will add it to that roll.
You want body knock to roll this?
Either or.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll it. Ryan.
Blows on dice.
Yeah, please. Yes.
Not bad.
There's no physical change in his demeanor. He just kind of huffs and just looks out over the prow of the ship, seemingly finished with the conversation. But he doesn't argue any further.
I'll take his silence and I'll kind of like wait for a response and understanding that I won't receive it. And I'll say, I won't speak on this matter any further. You have my word.
Then we are in agreement. Miracles can happen.
I like to picture, like, you know how when people sharpen knives, they're using like something and they sharpen their knives. I took out like
Whetstone.
during the like a whetstone, right? But so during the whole conversation, I'm just like taking my magical fucking shit that doesn't need to be sharpened, just like fucking sharpening it during it, like in awkward silence, or not in awkward silence, but during the whole awkward encounter.
I was gonna say if Kidan sort of has this very pensive expression as he turns back to face maybe like the circle of the group that are preparing each other for the encounter, and he sort of cracks a very sly smile, knowing that he pierced through the armor just a bit.
Anybody else doing anything?
I give Kidan a tiny thumbs up that only he'll see.
I'm out here listening to the whole conversation and sniffling. Oh,
Pending her
much
fucking
character
future,
development.
like, if I wasn't, you know, in the conversation with the fucking dragon, I'd be over here sobbing.
Mhm.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Anybody else? This might be your last chance.
If you're curious, the siblings pretty much already know what the other one's thinking.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I bet the brother and sister is just like chilling and like looking at each other like, I love you.
Mhm. We
Till
we are
death.
literally
Yeah.
literally watching all of this with popcorn. If popcorn was a thing, it probably is. Oh, I wonder if those peppers have kernels in them.
Whoa.
We must find out about this after the battle.
I feel like Tameki and his sword is just like looking at the pretty lights.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. When she's a sword, do you kiss the blade or you kiss the pommel?
Have you even
The
kissed your
blade.
sword?
I mean, I fucked my sword in the beginning.
I mean,
What?
Ow?
yeah, that's definitely a fade to black kind of moment.
I
We
attempted.
didn't know it was implied. I guess.
Best to leave it behind the curtain than to actually spell it out.
I don't
Yeah.
want to know how that happened.
I asked the
Who
dragon
knows?
if he needs all his toes.
Oh my
The
god.
dragon?
What's with you and your toes?
Because he wants to make potions.
Oh.
I gotta ask again.
Oh god.
Yeah,
I might
do
have
that.
forgot it last time. Is it specifically a toe that is a requirement?
I'm making a riff on like fucking the Skyrim like healing potions where you need a giant's toe.
Oh, okay.
I mean, technically, the fang of a dragon or the tooth of a dragon is a pellicle.
Yeah, yeah,
Is-
yeah.
There are
those.
lots of parts of dragons that are very useful.
Oh
I
yeah.
have those, but before I'm gonna see
But I mean,
that
if,
you
if
know.
it feeds your thing, then go for it, dude. Like,
So I'm gonna see that Body Knock was like inspecting the fucking dragon's like feet, right?
my
And I'm just gonna
God.
before he speaks, I'm just gonna kind of like gently and nicely cover his mouth and be like, shh.
Shh.
We got him to a point. If we have to go and search for dragon or giant toes after this, I will be good. I got you, okay? Like, let's not piss this one off. We got him right where we want him. For the only
Did
time.
we
we
also
can.
Did we also not make blue dragon resistance potions and hand them to some people?
You did.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't get one. I don't think.
I don't know
That's
who all
fine.
has them, but some of you
Temeki
do have
does.
some.
Because Temeki pissed him off last.
Yes,
Yep.
lightning
I have
resistance.
that in mine.
No, Dan, you do have one. It was either you or me was gonna take the last one.
I got potion of fire giant strength. I have explosive peppers. I have potion 2 greater potions of healing. I have a potion of water breathing, but I don't have that.
I'm pretty sure.
We may have not have added
Well-
them through D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
We
no,
made
if I
4,
have one,
right?
I'll add it.
I didn't take one because I can dodge things like that.
I'll be honest. This might be meta, but I could get one shot by this dude. So-
I think we all can. To be fair.
Jameki, I think might. Jameki might.
I'm the
make
only one
it.
that could potentially survive.
And he barely survived when he did. The way we had like the order of initiative getting out of that motherfucker was so perfect. For Temeki to be the only one left where you could see.
I'll kind of whisper to Chimera and say,
We're
know,
telepathically connected,
yeah,
so
yeah, in the head, yeah. It's like I think we should be strong, but and affirmative, but ultimately susceptible. Like we should always provide something that might help him. But I think we've reached a very important point in our relationship, and we could see how this develops once we get out of this mess.
yeah, I think as long as we don't say anything else to piss him off, I think we're in very neutral standing at the moment. And that's
And I'll give you
the best that I think we can get with a dragon like him.
Yep.
and I'll give you some ocelot finger guns. Like the I don't know if you there's probably not a lot of like yeah, it's like this. It's not the get good.
You're
thing.
you're pretty good.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this. And then I'll kind of like you can hear the connection fizzle out.
Just now seeing Ryan's little shush on the cat.
I like how his lip like bends with the finger and then it just like pops.
I
So
imagine I imagine Q-Dan was just as sassy in that gift too, because Ocelot, whenever he says like you're pretty good, and he does like the arms outstretched like and deal with it.
Yeah, right.
Have you seen the guy of the dude who like actually does all of like the tricks with the guns, like spinning them and
Yes,
everything like that?
And would you be surprised if I say that's not Hideo Kojima himself that's doing that?
No,
Is it?
I've heard that that's actually him.
Oh shit!
I don't know.
Wait,
But I mean,
I know there's another Japanese guy that I see on Twitter doing all sorts of like revolver tricks.
yeah,
I
and
wanna
he
make-
actually mimicked what he did. Go ahead, Chimera.
I want to make a very out of character comment. Y'all are edging me. I need to know what's going on the other side of this boat.
it's
Well,
Are you edging or are you gooning?
I am definitely not gooning.
there's no release.
Going forward.
There's no release.
There's no release.
Tover, would you
it's
you
Tornado
be-
Ishida.
would you be opposed to me changing my element even though I can't swap elements unless I'm long resting?
You short rested?
Did we say it had to be a long rest?
So, in order for me to change my seasonal affinity, according to the Eladrin thing, it has to be a long rest.
I will say, yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine doing it on a short rest.
And I will allow Goretrix to see this, but I will short rest. And for those who see like my hand movements, you see my hand typically flow up into the air, palm up, as if I'm like raising something above my head or like throwing a ball over my head. And my wrist has turned where the palm is now facing down, and my thumb and index and middle finger strike up into the air, almost as if like it's lightning that is struck, or I'm creating the static that lightning digs into when it creates it and it strikes Earth. And I quickly flick my wrist, and all of these spectral moths around me turn into these jagged fractal images of electricity, slowly bend in static and twinkle as they touch each other around my presence, and they just kind of like float around and subtly like zap between each other as they get too close, and they kind of spread apart again.
How adorable, Gortrix says.
I'm gonna
Snidely.
I think the twink is flirting with the dragon.
I assume it must have been Chimera, because she was the last one who interacted with you.
I'm laughing. I'm so fucking laughing.
Ember.
I'll take the spring season on that.
Alright. Ikram saddles up next to you. And he takes your hand in his. He sits there for a moment, looking out at the astral sea, and he looks over at you. And he leans in and gives you a chaste kiss on the cheek.
You know,
Pull-
I didn't know if you were talking about Kidan or me, but then
No,
that was
Ikram.
weird.
Ember. Ikram and Ember. And he pulls back a little bit of color in his cheeks in case I don't get the chance later.
My flames will burn a little brighter.
Do they get a little purple?
Yeah. Purple, blue, and red. I wish I had something heartfelt to say.
I think it's
fine.
cute. I think
You can both
Like-
be awkward together. It's okay.
Yeah.
little
You've been through
embarrassing
so much
flame.
trauma, it's hard to, like
He doesn't let go of your hand.
I don't let go either.
The party noticed that.
Yeah.
The party approves.
The party does.
The boulder.
It's like Kidan sees it and smiles.
Those of you watching, make a perception check.
Fuck.
Perception.
Oh, you know I see this boy.
Oh
You
my
know I see you
God.
better.
God damn, you all up in it.
fucking Pepper's like binoculars out.
He's got the fucking
Enhance.
dad binoculars, like.
The
He's got
Looney
the
Tunes
cutie mark.
eyeball zoom in.
The cartoon zoomy eyes that like
Yeah.
the thing
Yeah.
is looking.
I know exactly which one I want to use too. It's the one with the werewolf.
Yeah, it's the wolf.
Peppers. You catch Ikram's shy kiss on the cheek, and you see just a faintly glimmering silvery mark on Ember's cheek that fades into nothingness.
And I didn't feel that?
You did not.
Oh, that's so fucking adorable. I do not say this out loud, but on the inside, behind the glasses, Peppers is quite happy.
Janira feels Pepper's internal squee.
What would the Papa
But I don't
Pepper
see
squeeze sound like?
them, so I'm just confused.
Are we all kind of gathered around?
It's
Yeah,
like one of those
on the ship.
moments.
Yeah, I mean it's a small ship. You guys are,
Kidan,
it's not exactly like shoulder to shoulder, but there's not a whole lot of room.
Kidan sends his moths into the air, and the electric moths kind of like condense into various colors to create fireworks as they shoot up.
Are you creating
Damn.
mood lighting for them?
Anybody else
Wingman.
got that spark? I'm gonna say that. Anyone else feel that spark? When the fucking
I'm
moths go
embarrassed.
off.
Ikram curses under his breath a little.
It's like one of those moments where you're really excited about something and you can't contain the energy, and you just walk to your nearest friend and you're just
And
like,
you
"Oh,
goon? Yeah.
yeah,"
And
and
you
you goon about it.
God.
Where you're just like fucking like, dude, I cannot believe this is so cool, and they're like shaking you and grabbing you, and you're like, yeah, that's awesome. That's exactly what's going on between Zanira and Peppers.
Man, what the fuck is that timing? Okay, cool. All right. As all this happens, the boat continues to move until you can see something floating out in the distance. It looks like an island, just sitting out here in the sea of stars. And you watch as it looms closer and closer. And then you see that your boat is not the only boat. Others are docking, or are docked, or leaving the island. And you can see in the center of the island, looking extraordinarily out of place, is a large, opaque glass tube-like structure with mechanical parts arrayed all around it. It sprouts out of almost like a garden-like area. And floating inside is the familiar figure of the Enchantress.
Dun dun dun.
And that is where we will pick up with the finale, the grand finale of our campaign next week.
Whoa.
Whoa. Will our party members survive? Will the dragon stop being such a tsundere?
Will Kidan fuck the dragon?
Whoa.
Will Ikram get a little bit more than cheek action?
Will the
Ooh,
sparks
tasty.
fly
Well,
even more?
I don't know. Maybe he is gonna get that cheek action.
Yeah, he wants the other cheek.
Oh my god.
And Incrum will hit the status of not only a lady killer, but a mage killer.
Will Body Knot get the toes he so desperately craves?
Oh, man.
Will we ever figure out how Tameki fucked his sword?
Some questions are better left unanswered, I think.
Next time on Dungeons